Welcome. This is the fifth lesson of Python tutorial. In this lesson, we will talk about the second category of data types in Python, which is sequences. There are five main kinds of sequences in Python: strings, lists, tuples, sets, and ranges. In this video, we'll discuss strings. But before, let's define sequences and strings. Sequences are any object consisted of ordered and indexed items. And strings are any character included between a pair of single or double quotes. Okay, strings are any character included between a pair of single or double quotes. Here are some examples. Python, for example, is a string included between a pair of single quotes. Amazing is also another string included between a pair of double quotes. And there is another way to create a string by using the built-in function in Python interpreter, which is str. And this is the method to create a string with str built-in function and brackets, and between brackets put the quotes, and between the quotes put the string you want to write or to create. Look at these lines. The first line says to create a string we can use a pair of single or double quotes, and the third line says hashtag is used to write commands. And this is the way to write commands in Python, by using the hashtag. Okay, we can use in Python to write commands, we use hashtag. Now let's talk about operations could be applied on strings. There are three operations could be applied on strings, which are concatenations, repetition, and membership. Concatenation, its operator is plus sign, and it's used to join two strings or more together. Okay, concatenation, its operator is plus sign, and it's used to join two strings or more together. And this is an example: a plus string is plus b. A holds the string Python and B holds the string amazing. Python will return this string. Python is amazing. Okay, let's have an example about repetition. Repetition, its operator is star, and it will return a string repeated n times. And the syntax is like this. For example, Python a multiplied by an integer, and this integer must be greater than -1. Okay, for example, for, and Python returns this string Python repeated 4 times. Now let's have an example about membership. There are two operators for test membership, and membership operation is used to test if a string is substring of another or not. And for that we use a keyword in. Okay, let's have an example. P, for example, in. You know that the word in is in the orange color, that because it's a keyword. Okay, in is a keyword, therefore it's in the orange color. In A, for example, returns true because the letter P is a string or substring of the variable A. For example, Python in A returns true. For example, Python in B returns false because there is no substring like Python in Pi in the variable B, because B holds the string amazing. Now let's test membership with another operator, or the second operator, which is not in. For example, not in B returns true because there is no substring named pi in string B on the string the variable B. I think everything is easy. There is nothing is hard. Now let's talk about a built-in function in Python, which is learn. Learn is short for length, and it returns an integer. That integer is the size of a string. Okay. For example, len. Len A is 7, which means that the size of the string that held in the variable A is 7. For example, len B, its size is 8. This means that the string amazing, its size is 8, or it contains 8 characters. Now let's talk about the built-in function str. We said that the built-in function str is used to create a string, and it has another use. Str built-in function is used to convert a number or an integer or float pointer number to string. Okay, now let's have an example. Str, for example, 4. The result is the string 4. Okay, str built-in function is used to convert an integer or a float point number to a string. Another example for float point numbers. Sorry. And the result is the string 3.2. Now let me show you how to get strings items. To get strings items, there are two ways: positive index and negative index. Let's talk about positive index first. Positive index begins from the left to the right and starts counting from 0, which means that the first item will take 0 as index, and the second item will take 1, and the third item will take 2 as index, and etc. Okay, for example, let's get string A items. To get string items, we use square brackets as many programming languages, and this is an example. the first item from the string that's held in the variable a is the letter b. The second item will be y. As we said, the second item is y. The third item will be t, and the fourth item will be h, and etc. This is the positive index. The negative index begins from the right to the left and starts counting from -1, which means that the first item in the negative positive will take -1 as index, and the second item will take -2 as index, and etc. Let's have an example. Always with the string that's held in the variable a -1 sorry, I made a mistake. The first item is space, is white space. Let's have a look on the variable, on the string Python. The first item is from the right is white space. Look at here. Let's access the second item from with the negative index. -1, -2. The second item with the negative index is n. Let's have a look. Yes, the second item is n. And like this. To get items from with the negative index, the index will start counting from -1, and the second item will take -2 as index, and the third will take -3 as index, and etc. Now to access a substring from another, we use slice. Slicing returns a substring. Begins from a specified index and included and is in specified index not included. Okay, its syntax as following: a, for example, square brackets, starting index, for example 1, colon, punctuation, then ending index. But be careful, ending index is not included. Okay, for example 4, and close the square brackets. Okay, the substring is YTH. That's the issue. The first one is the first item is Y, is not included because the substring begins from 1, from the items with the position 1 or with the index 1, which is the letter Y, and the second letter is T, the third letter is H, and the fourth letter is O. O is not included because O has the position 4. Okay, and we said that the ending index is not included. There are some special usage. A, colon punctuation, and close the square brackets. This will returns all the string. Okay, returns all the string, which is Python. You can use slicing with another ways to get out to them. Visit barcode website.